Going through the woods where the shadows dance, chasing wild dreams, taking every chance. With a friend named Bigfoot, side by side we roam. Outlaws of the forest, this place feels like home. Join the gang, it's a wild ride. Bigfoot, outlaw, living free and bold, chasing wild dreams, never growing old. We run with the wolves under the silver sky. With a friend named Bigfoot, we'll never say goodbye. Memories that we
coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome for the cold side of Indianapolis. How you doing there, Kelly Joe?
Good, good.
How you doing, Mary?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
It's negative wind chill up here. I'm not doing too good. That's what.
Alberto.
Yeah, so little twisted. Amy, Eric, Seashells. Welcome, everybody.
Who sings the Grizzlies?
Huh?
Who sings the Bigfoot song?
I don't know. Mary made it. Hey, Rita. She's sitting there cheesing. No, Mary did the intro song, but I made the intro video. So, yes. You like it, Kelly?
Yeah. Yeah. The guy has a good voice.
Yeah, right. We got some other ones too. I play them from time to time. So, yeah. So, you're not used to this cold weather down there, are you?
No, it does get cold here sometimes, usually this time of year, but still, we're used to the warm.
I know. It's weird seeing you in a sweater.
Well, it's going to get down to 32 degrees Friday night.
I'm telling you, that's Speedo weather.
I know, but burr.
That's funny as heck. Get out. So yes, hey Henry, welcome to the show. Nice to see you, Judy. Nice to see you there. So Judy, may I ask about the child that was ever? Yeah, we'll get to your question. I got you marked. So so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a plethora of things. Mary is going to probably do some readings on her healing health cards. So she'll take some names and do them on the side, while Kelly and I will just do whatever we do as we go along. And John says -2 here tonight. John, you better stoke that fire, brother. That's awful cold. So yes, Little Twist is like, yay! Her and her squirrels. Well, I wonder what she does with the squirrels. I bet she feeds them a lot. What do you think, Kelly?
More than likely.
Yeah. So I bet she's got Squirrel Haven down there in Texas. So I wonder if she's got her boots on tonight.
Her Uggs.
Anyways, welcome, Jimmy Ricker. Nice to see you. How you doing there? I think he's from Outlaw Paranormal. Nice to have you there. Glad to see you. I had to roll down my long johns, 10 and above short sweater. That's right, it is. Little Twist said we're -10 last night with 6 inches of snow. In Texas?
Yeah, it snowed really bad. It was on the news.
We have been so busy with our aura photography. Yes, look, got my long johns on. Are they pink camo? Anyways, Rita says, oh no, don't want to see Grizzly Speedo. I got camo, pink camo. You wouldn't believe the songs I have. We were at the Thomas house, Jimmy Ricker. Jimmy, you and I need to hook up. I seen you got some good content. I'm very impressed with what you do. So yes, I like to talk to you, sir. I like what you do. I'm very impressed. But the aura photography, where's those reports I just had? Did I misplace them? But a lot of people's been asking, emailing us and texting us, what is aura photography? And what it is, ladies and gentlemen, is, let me blow myself up here. Voila. And that didn't work, but this one did. The system takes a picture of you and it shows you your aura. Remember, Kelly, I told you I used to see aura around people.
Right.
And I thought I was losing my eyesight because I thought my eyes were going bad and it scared the living daylights out of me. And what it does, ladies and gentlemen, it tells you about yourself. And it tells you the different auras. You know, in our body, we have chakras, right, Kelly?
Yes, we have 7 of them.
That is correct. And what this system does, it breaks it down and it shows you your 7 chakras and what your body is doing. And it tells all about you and what you need to work on in your auras and your 7 chakras. And it's a very detailed report. And it's very interesting. Now, ours, we went out and did a lot of research before we actually invested in anything because we wanted to make sure and give a good service to people. But it also gives you charts and gives you information about each aura and each chakra. But not only that, we wanted to go a little bit farther and talk about your spiritual welfare and some other reports on there. I'm trying to do it blind. But we also went out there and got the yin yang reports about your life too and your spiritual well-being.
And the yin yang is balance.
Yes. And it talks about all different types of stuff. And it's very impressive. And if you never had one done, it's crazy. Now, Mary has been getting hers done since 2016.
Not before that.
If not before that. And it's very impressive because our system can actually do it live and give you actually live results. And if you ever do a spiritual healing or a Reiki healing, you can do the before and after and see the difference. So it's very interesting. Hey, Rebecca. You know, a lot of people don't offer it because it's so expensive just to purchase the equipment. Not
Right.
only that, just the printers and accessories along with it. So we wanted to do something to help people to understand what it's about and to help them spiritually. And when Mary took us to a certain metaphysical store up here in Indianapolis, she got her aura done again, and she was showing me hers over the years, how she improved her health and her spiritual well-being. And when we were talking to people at some of the events, like, no, we don't have anybody that does that. And I was like, well, that's our opportunity to step up. And it's very fascinating because when you talk about vibrations, you talk about crystals, you talk about chakras, you talk about spiritual healings, Reiki, all that plays a role in that, doesn't it, Kelly?
Totally. Totally. And no, though, your aura doesn't stay the same all the time.
No.
It changes like all the time, like the aurora borealis.
Yeah, it really does. But it also shows you if your aura is, if your chakra is overstimulated, understimulated, muddy, what needs to be worked on, what needs to be retracted a little bit, what needs to be open. If you have any blockages, it's very interesting to see that, because if you look, and I have to do this, right, because this is for entertainment purposes only. So I have to throw this up. There we go.
Yeah.
Medical people are using vibrations to cure and treat certain illnesses. And they're also using lasers and other stuff to cure and treat illnesses and cancer too. So it does work, and it's fascinating. Like we have tuning forks, right? And I love tuning forks, and I have a nice set, and I use them all the time. And I haven't in the past few months because of transition and moving and traveling. But yeah, it really is. It's fascinating. Mary can contest to some people that didn't know that they had cancer and got their aura reading done, didn't you? And it showed up before they got diagnosed. And that is incredible. So it does work. It does give you insight about your health and well being. Now, with that being said, we are not doctors. We're not trying to treat or cure any illness or trying to prevent any medical advice at all. This is all spiritual and so forth. Yes.
A
So
lot of times, referring back to picking up on health issues, it'll show a break in the auric field.
yes, you're right. Absolutely, Kojo. Hello, Pam. Nice to see you. But no, absolutely. And, we don't ever tell anybody not to get treated or go see a doctor. That's not what we're saying, ladies and gentlemen. We're just saying this is an additional tool to know about. Because how many times have we done readings, Kelly? We're like, maybe you should go see a doctor and get a checkup just in
Right.
case. Right.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, so, but if you ever have a chance that somebody's offering or photography, check it out. It depends on what they offer. It's not that expensive. It can range from between $30 all the way up to 150, depends on the package they offer and the reporting system and so forth. But it's very reasonable, and the information you get is priceless. It really is. It's really worth it. It really is.
And any fair I've been at, they're out the door,
Oh yeah, the line's out the door every time. That's what Mary says. And every event holder that we spoke to and booked, they said there are always lines. It's nonstop just for the event, for that vendor. And but once again, like I said, it's so expensive just to purchase. So yeah, Pam, listen to Pam. She can't wait to get hers done. And it is. And it's interesting to see the before and after. And if you never had an energy healing before, a lot of people don't believe in it, which is fine. But if you never had one, a professional, somebody that has a good reputation, that's different. Because there's a lot of people out there say they're healers. They're not, ladies and gentlemen. They're not. But I've actually witnessed Mary done some extraordinary things, but when she does things, and she'll tell you it's not me, it's God, right? It's not me, it's God. And so, yeah, there's a lot of Reiki masters out there, and a lot of people use the Reiki certification to understand things. But yeah, Eric says absolutely believe in it. But you got to be careful. Just make sure if you're going to do something, just like people with abilities, make sure they got a good reputation and a good history. That's all. And just go from there. And that's the only thing we always tell people.
And you need to resonate to that person's energy.
Oh, absolutely. That's number one. That's key number one factor, right? And you have to want it, and you have to believe. And Mary will tell you that up front. Anytime you have to want it, because there's a lot of naysayers out there and non-believers. Just like if you're a paranormal investigator, a lot of people don't believe in ghosts, and a lot of people don't believe in heaven or God or the higher being, right? And until they experience something and they are awakened, unfortunately, they're out there just like people that don't believe in Bigfoot or demons, or hell. Hell's not real. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, whatever. That's your belief, then so be it. But we're not going to try to get you to agree or disagree or persuade you one way or another. I would say I resonate with Grizzly and Kelly. Scott, I really resonate with you, but I'm taken. So,
Thank you.
But anyways, I like Scott a lot. But no, it's just being honest. And we will try to post our schedule in the next couple of days where we're going to be across the United States, because we want to see the people and our fans and followers and at these events. And we really do. And hopefully we can help people out. So, Kelly, would you like anything to add to that?
It's just a lot of fun, and it's intriguing. Like, you can get one picture one year and then another picture, and you see how you evolve of the aura photography.
Well, Mary, why don't you talk about your progress over the years with your photos?
When I first started, I had a very solid aura color that nobody had ever saw on all the photographers. But I also had a ton of blockages. I was dealing with a lot of stuff and a lot of repressed emotions to the point where I actually had cancer and it came out. As I kept progressing and it went forward, every time I would go, my chakras were opening. And as I was doing that, I kept going higher and higher and being able to connect with spirit and working on my own healing. And then being able to connect with God very easily is how it worked for me. And then as that did that, he gave me the ability and taught me how to help heal others. So it was just part of my path. It was very interesting. We're talking like over a 10-year span of really trying and working. And I did multiple like Reiki, energy healing, spiritual healings, crystal hypnosis, different stuff to try to get all of that stuff out, because I had a lot of trauma and was trying to work through that. And it was unfortunately repressing me and holding me back in life to the point where it was almost debilitating. I mean, I actually got cancer from it. So I am cancer free and been cancer free. Well, been in remission since 2013. And so I started my spiritual path in about 2011. And like I started and then I kind of stopped a little bit and then I got really sick. Wasn't from the energy healing. I was just starting to learn about everything. And then after the cancer and all that, I just kept really pushing and trying to get better. And it really makes a difference. You could actually ask Pam. I'm not sure if Lori is on here. I'm not going to name names, but Pam has heard some of the stuff about the spiritual healings. Pam, did you want to put in a little word or something about anything? I don't really want to bring it up without talking to the person, but I will give the scenario, and this would just happen in the past couple of weeks, but she was very sick and having some problems and was pregnant, and very large kidney stones. And the doctor said that they couldn't do anything for her until after she had the baby, and she was only about midway, and I mean, tremendous amount of pain. Come here, she was almost gray. She was in so much pain. And we did a spiritual healing on her. And within about 12 hours the next morning, she passed a 5-centimeter kidney stone with no pain.
5 or 3.5 or something.
No,
I can't remember.
It was 5. I checked back with him. She sent me pictures and everything. And it's not me. It was all due to the Lord. And he wanted to bless her and make her have a happy and healthy pregnancy and not be in pain. And she was at that point where she couldn't handle anymore. But she was out, past it, went out, was shopping, going grocery shopping the next morning. She could hardly even walk. She was in so much pain. And if you haven't had a kidney stone, I've had one in my life. And let me tell you, I'd rather go through 100 labors than have a kidney stone. It's that painful.
Yeah, and it's real interesting because for an instance, right, if I had you hooked up to our equipment, I can take lavender, the scented lavender, and put it underneath your nose. And what does lavender do, Kelly?
It helps calm you. It helps soothe you, relax you.
It will show you the mood changes in your fluctuation. It will show you relaxing on the system. And I could talk about certain sceneries to get you to relax, and it will show your auras changing. So it does work. And something, because a lot of people don't understand why people buy lavender, why people put lavender on their pillows at night, the scent.
It helps you
wash lavender in their sheets and bed pillows, right? A lot of people just think, well, people just like the fragrance. No, it does. And why do people buy the essential oils? Once again, that helps you to relax. It helps you to meditate. Why do people burn incense and so forth? Once again, if you had the ability to have access to the equipment like we have, you can test things and show people the difference before and after. And it's just incredible because it's science. It's science in front of you unfolding. And it's proven to you. The data you cannot dispute. So it's just incredible. It really is. Hello, Philip. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you. So, but I just wanted to, because a lot of people's been asked a lot of questions about it, because a lot of people don't know about auras. They heard of it, but they know about some chakras. And so I just didn't want to take up too much time on your show, but thank you, Kelly, for letting us talk about it.
Well, yeah, I love it too. I think it's so fun,
So
I have aura pictures in the back room. You want me to go get some of them?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Absolutely.
All right, I'll run and fetch. You guys talk.
All right. So yeah, thanks, Pam. And it was somebody that was related to Pam that Mary actually did a spiritual healing. So, and I'll tell you, the other night, I took some medication on an empty stomach, which I shouldn't have. And I was pretty much sick for a few hours. And Mary did a spiritual healing on me. And within 60 seconds, I was sicker than a dog and got it all on my system, and I was fine. And I'm telling you, if you never had a spiritual healing before, it's very unique. It takes usually about an hour or so to get done. And it is a process. And she uses crystals, singing bows, fragrance, sage, and some other stuff. So, hey, KD, Philip. Remote viewing. I dabbled in that before. What do you see for me, Mary? Nilda, I got you in line. And if anybody else, hey, Greg, welcome to the show. Mr. Ogles, nice to see you. Hopefully you're going to be camping together soon. If anybody wants a reading or something, go ahead and drop your name. We'll do a reading here shortly. And this way, Mary can go ahead and get started on your reading because she's going to do hers on the side and come back. So we can go ahead and get Mary started on hers because Mary's takes a little bit longer than Kelly's or mine because she's using her health cards. Still trying to figure out how to go from seeing energy to seeing auras. When mine happened, Eric, I thought I was losing my eyesight. Everything got real fuzzy, and I was starting to see different colors. It scared the hell out of me. So, all right, Pam wants one done. Mary?
I'm gonna start writing them down.
All right, and I'm going to start clicking on names. Yes.
What are the names on the list? You said
Pam, Scott, and Michelle.
Scott, Michelle,
Nilda.
Please let them know I'm divining who gets what because they take so long.
Yes, not a problem. Let me scoot this back
Pam,
over.
Scott, Michelle, Nelda, and then who else?
And Judy.
Judy.
Yes. All right, Judy got you.
Whoever get picked.
So whoever's names I just mentioned, I gave them to Mary. But Kelly and I will do some, and then Mary will come back in here shortly because hers is a little longer, so we'll bring hers back in while Kelly is getting her aura pictures. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you never got them done, when you have a chance, if somebody offers them to you, get them. It's very fascinating. It really is. So, absolutely. Because back in the old days, they did them on Polaroids, didn't they, Kelly?
Yeah. Like here's one after I did a big fair.
Here, let me put you on the big screen. There you go.
I want to see her stuff.
Here, hold on, Kelly. Bring it back up. Mary wants to see it.
I have some of those too. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And then here's another one where it was just I was doing all mediumship. So I was like all faded out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This is like when I was doing energy work.
Yeah, see, I had ones that were like almost a solid coral red. And when I first started, when I was doing a bunch of that, yep.
And then this is another fair.
Ooh, how pretty. Well, you got a lot of the spiritual with having all that white on that.
Oops.
Look how pretty her aura is.
Yes.
I mean, and then there's whenever I did energy work, it was always orange.
Yeah.
And then that's the readings.
Oh, pretty.
And mediumship, because you can see faces in the background.
Uh-huh. I can see that.
All the people coming to talk. And this is another one of energy. And then there's two people my guide standing next to me.
Wow.
I had one, Kelly, 1 year. I'll have to dig it out and see if I can find it. And it was almost a solid purple, and you could see 4 of the orbs around my head on it, on one of them.
And then that you can see my guide talking in my left ear.
Absolutely can see it. Beautiful.
But there's a whole bunch more, but, I won't bore you with just me. Enough of me.
Well, it's interesting to see it.
Very interesting.
Okay, I got a couple more and then we'll quit.
Wow. How cool is that?
That's an angel.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's connected directly to spirit.
Mm-hmm.
See the beam?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's just all throughout the years, and then, again, all the guys coming in to talk.
Mm-hmm.
See,
wow.
all the people? I got a whole throng of them. Whoops.
That's pretty wild.
But see how it changes, though.
Right. Yes.
And this is like total comprehension. It's like, zzz, and then here's the indigo purple Mary's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Very pretty. Love it.
So enough of me. So,
Yeah, like I said, it's fascinating. It really is.
but
Really.
it's just so much fun.
Yes, it is. All right. Let's see who's up on the board first. All right. Seashells. May I ask about the child that was ever claimed by William Sir? We found out about an affair, an adult child soon. William Sir is constantly battling with health, and the family is updating the. What do you make? What do you make about that, Kelly?
It was a love affair.
Oh, I got you.
So sort of, on the back burner. But now since they have DNA, it came up.
Oh, gotcha. I'm a little slow, Seashells.
It's like, surprise!
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I tell you what, DNA solving a lot of stuff. I just got my DNA kit to tell me what I'm at risk for cancer, just so we can get ahead of it, to see what chromosomes I have. All right, Pam Harris. Let's see what I got from Pam. Hello, Pam. How you doing there? All right, Pam. Let's see what the cards have for you. Oh, you got some good energy, Pam. Always a secret child. Yes, sorry. Hey, like. All right, Pam, let's see here. Pam, are you scheduling another trip this year? It looks like you're going to go on another trip. Let me go on the live comments.
Excuse me.
I don't know if you're planning another trip or were you thinking about it? I'm doing better since I have you all. I'm good. I'm glad to have met you. I'm glad to have you, Pam. Yes, another trip. Okay, that makes sense because I see oceans and I see a beach. So that's why I was asking.
They're showing me pink sand.
Right. So I didn't know if she was or not. All right. So it looks like the cards are showing me the adventure that you're getting ready to go on. So yeah, it is that you're planning this year. It looks like you're going to take care of some debts that you had in the past year. Let me plug my laptop in. I didn't know it was not plugged in. There we go. That you're taking care of some debts. It looks like you're taking care of some other people's debts. It also looks like you need to let go of some things. Some things in the past that's kind of resurfaced. Looks like you're doing a lot of good planning on some stuff this year. I don't know if that's referring to the ghost hunts that we're working together, but just be careful. Don't take on too much responsibility. It seems like you do a lot, and you take on a lot of burden. You got broad shoulders and a good mentality for that. Just don't be over yourself. Make sure and take some time for yourself and meditate. When I see this card, it looks like you got a lot of resources and you got called to action to take care of some other people's struggles and to give them some guidance. Looks like a lot of people come to you for guidance. Looks like you're the leader in the family and you solve a lot of problems. But you are facing some challenges for some other people and you're going to solve them. But you're also a realistic person. And it's interesting when I see this, is like, it's like when people come to you, you're like, yes, no. And they sometimes question you, but they don't. But when you talk, you're swift. Does that make sense? She says, I do take on a lot. Yes. So what's really interesting is that a lot of people think you're shy, but you're not. Some people say that you're demanding, but I don't see that. I just think you're swift and you're passionate about your family, and I think you're passionate about what you do. I see that you're breaking free from some of the mental challenges you had over the years and some of the struggles. I see that you're making a lot of good changes this year. And I see something else, excuse me, that you've been working on this year. I don't know what it is that you're working on, but you're planning on, I don't know what it is. Kelly can help me because I'm terrible with dates. It's either July, August, or is it August or September?
It's August, September.
Okay. Yes, very passionate. That's something that you're going to do or wanting to do or something. I'm terrible with dates. I really am.
There's purchase.
What is it?
There's also a purchase of property.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm terrible with dates. But yeah, I see a lot of good things this year, Pam. A lot of good changes and prosperity this year. So, but yes.
And she needs to learn to delegate.
Yeah, she takes on a lot.
Yeah.
I saw that in the cards. So I just see something move behind Kelly Joe? I wasn't paying attention because I get pictures and images and I stare over the laptop.
It was the curtain and the motion light. Lady
was it?
Motion light next door.
Okay.
The wind's blowing.
Oh, September is our next trip. Okay. Yeah, I'm terrible with dates. So, okay. Thank you, Pam. Thanks for letting me read you, Pam. I greatly appreciate that. Okay. While Mary is working on Nilda, let me shuffle here. So, Nilda, your energy's a lot brighter than it usually is, a lot calmer. I like to change, Nilda. Let me go back to my live comments. So I like your energy. You're a lot. Yes. Thank you, Pam. Greatly appreciate that. You're more relaxed, Nilda. You're not as stressed like you usually were than we usually talk. So that's really good, Nilda. Let's see here. What are you working on, Nilda? Looks like you're working on something. I see papers. I see papers and I see you writing and I see you scratching out dates on a calendar. I don't know what that's referencing. And I see you scratching your head and planning. So let me see what the card says. Hey, Barbara. Yeah. Let me mark you. Oh, on yourself? Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense, Nilda. All right. Yeah. All right. No. So with the first card I see, I do see you releasing some baggage. Let's not half carry them. Let's let go fully. Okay. You're doing a good job doing that. But let's also let go and be open to new perspectives. And you need to release fully. Okay. So let's do that fully when we do that. And when I say fully, yesterday is gone. So what's done's done, and we can't go back and change it. I don't know what that's referencing to, but yes, they're memories, but we can't undo those. So this card I see, I really like because some of the wishes that I see that you're thinking of is going to bring you comfort and happiness. But you also think when you see a glass, it's not half empty, it's half full, right? It's your perspective. You can change your perspective on things, depends on what angle you look at things in life. And I see you doing that. But until you release the pain and forgive yourself, you're not going to move on fully, which you're slowly doing that, and you're making the right choices. But until you do that fully, you're not going to heal. So even though that you've been through some setbacks, the new ideas, your promesses, I can never say that word. How do you say it?
Your what?
Promesism?
Your pessimism.
Yeah, pessimism. Thank you. Yeah, okay. It's about letting go. Yes, Nilda, absolutely. And that's what I keep seeing is letting go.
And doing your deep soul's work.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because I do see your delays and frustration in you, but it's okay, Nilda. Look, I see the change that you've been through over the years, and I know you and I talked, right? So I have a little insight in some of that. But as I see you and I click on your name, I see the change breaking free, and I see you moving on between two valleys. And when I see that, it means that you're leaving everything behind, but I still see part of the change dragging. And that's what we're talking about letting go. Even though we talk about things, we still have to take action, right? And you're doing that. You can do this, Nilda. You've already done part of it. Now let's do the rest of it. In the promises you make to yourself, fulfill them. Because when I see you scratch things out and you're redoing it, don't scratch them out. Leave them on there. Even though the next day is a new day, you got this. The Lord grants us a fresh day to start new, even though we may not fulfill them yesterday, but the next day we can try again, right? So she says, got it. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, Nilda.
And it feels like you'll be able to have enough healing to move forward in looks like July.
Okay, good. I was saying June or July. Okay, good. Hey, Jackie. Pam Grizzly, I also worked on a book. I thought I was going to Unblushing, but my assistant author, my brother, didn't think we should publish it, so I'm thinking of extending things to get it published. I feel like we worked too hard to continue to get it published. No, Pam, I actually seen you doing it. I actually see you taking papers and going and blowing the dust off of it. So that tells me you're going to do it. What do you think, Kelly?
Yes, it looks like I think she'll publish it, self-publish first, but then it'll get picked up. And it looks like it'll get picked up February in real, like publishing company, 2026 in the spring, like February, March.
Awesome. Okay, here.
And you're going to change the cover of the book.
Awesome. All right, Scott. So, Scott, your energy's up and down like a roller coaster. I don't know why that is. I haven't done your reading in a long time. It's weird because I'm nauseated. So when I get nauseated, that you got a lot of mixed emotions going on in life. I don't mean to be rude. It's like helter skelter. If that makes any sense to you. So, my mouth's dry too. Why is my mouth dry, Scott? Is he not drinking enough water? Let's see here. Oh, I need to click on the live. Hold on, let me click on the live here. He's laughing. All right. Let's see what we have for Scott here. I'm trying to go to an event in February that has healing to do, see working out for me. Yes, I do, Neil. I see that working out, but you got to overcome an obstacle. I don't know what the obstacle is, but you're going to make it happen, it looks like. My life is a roller coaster. So, all right, Scott. So let's talk about your thinking. It looks like you've been burned a few times. So let's clear out your thinking and your power. You have the authority to change things in life. Let's take control of some of that. Even though that you have some lack of closure and lack of completion, things are going to come full circle for you. But you need to align yourself with mind, body, and spirit and change a few things in your life and your algorithm And it looks like you have some unnecessary ties that you need to tie up. Looks like there's been a lot of unfairness with you and somebody. I don't know if there's a lack of accountability, but it looks like there's been a lot of dishonesty around you. There's a big purchase again I'm trying to get. Okay. Look at the final details and the fine print. Emotional balance. It's teetering. Your scales are not even. We need to work on that. And your generosity's there. It looks like you're giving out too much, but you're not receiving anything back. So let's try to balance that out. It looks like you're a good giver. When I see this card, it talks about you're not meditating enough. You're not taking enough time for yourself. Reevaluate some alone time. You got a lot of chaos at home. Get yourself in your bedroom and play some music or something, or kind of calm your mind down. Sometimes there's some things in your life are unrealistic. There's some jealousy going on. Do you know what that means? 100%. I'm trying to buy a property. I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket. No pressure or smile. Yeah, 100%. Okay. Infulness, high expectations. Sometimes your goals are set high, but you can achieve them. Just be careful. You got certain things in reach. What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah, he needs to go hug a tree and go walk in the woods. The property purchase is a good idea.
Yeah.
So pull the trigger on that. But you need to trust yourself, because you're always second guessing it. You overanalyze everything.
That's his downfall. That's his downfall.
Don't do that. It ain't no thinking thing. You're really spiritual. You're really psychic. Use your spidey senses like in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Because I see I shouldn't have done that. I think I shouldn't do this. Yeah.
And he does need to meditate. Morning time's his time. So
you got a lot of kids at home, because I see a lot of around the house. That's why I asked. So
Pam asked if I see her working on. Yes, you'll come on our show and do it, and you'll do it privately too. You work on mediumshipping, because you are a medium. You see dead people.
All right, here. Oh, I do see Pam doing that. Yeah.
And yes, Scott, you're the house mom, but you're a good dad.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense now to me.
You know, he runs the kids, he feeds the kids. He's a good cook.
Yeah, that's why I see all the chaos at home and all the He's a
disciplinarian.
Right.
I can't talk tonight. Disciplinarian.
Okay. That makes sense, Scott. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. That makes a lot of sense why I see and hear everything in my head. All right, here. Scott says, I have 2 special need kids that will never leave. Godspeed. Yes, that's special. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for letting me. He says I'm plating dinner as we speak.
Read Erna Bombeck's book on special children.
Okay. All right.
Okay. For Nelda.
All right. Hold on for 1 second. Let me get Michelle. Then Mary's going to come on. Mary, why you bugging? That's Run DMC. I don't know if everybody remembers them.
Mary, what?
Why you bugging?
Why you bugging? Run DMC. I was calling Byford, brother of Al. Pim is my Pam. It runs my pal. Born of Byford's, or I can't remember the rhyme now. But yeah, I used to listen to Run DMC when I was in high school. Tells you how old I am. Mary's like, Mary. Kelly's like, Run DMC. And look at Scott's like, I'm singing it with you. Eric's like, I remember them.
Well, I know they're a rap group. I know that much. But
Hey,
I
do y'all
don't know.
remember Fat Boys? I need it. I need it. Jelly Roll. Good for the heart, the body, and so.
I know Jelly Roll. I've heard of him.
So, all right, Michelle, come on down, girl. Remember Michelle, all the activity in her apartment, the orbs and stuff that was on her show?
Yeah.
I see all kinds of stuff happening with her.
She needs to seal a vortex. She has the railroad track running through her house of people. She needs to seal that vortex, man. She has a highway for the dead.
Right. Nelda, are you still here? Nelda, are you still here? I listened to Run DSC in middle school. That's what Eric said. All right, Nelda. Nelda's coming up with Mary.
Okay.
All right. Michelle, are you still here? Let me see if Michelle's here for I draw cards. Michelle.
I don't see
You have
her.
a daughter 5 years younger than you. Wow. Pam, are you calling me old or young? All right, Nelda, stand by because Mary's getting ready to do your reading. All right, Michelle loves Run DMC. All right, Michelle, here we go. Michelle. So it looks like you have some imbalance in your life. Disharmony. What's that about? I don't understand. I see a rainbow and it's like tainted, but I also see clouds around it that's like disintegrated. So, are you isolated a lot? It looks like you had some financial losses in the past. It looks like you're going to break through some of that. And let's talk about some of your worries and quit self-doubting yourself. It looks like we need to leave some of the baggage behind. You have a lot of boredom in your life. She said, yes, I do. Oops, I thought I lost everybody. But there's opportunities that are going to be coming to you this year. I don't know what those are, but you're also going to be reunited with some old friends or something. Some memories. You see that, Kelly? 3?
Yeah.
Interesting. You're very intuitive, I feel. And I feel that. So a very compassionate person.
But she has to be careful she don't suck stuff up. She's an energy sucker upper.
Kelly said it. I didn't. So yeah. So keep that in mind. But we need to work on some of your communication. It looks like there's a struggle in your, is it a family member that you're having some issues with that needs to repair, but you got it. But you're going to make something happen this year. What are you working on? I don't know what that is. I know what she's working on. What are you working on, Michelle? Working on something. And quit taking on too much responsibility. So yes, financial difficulties in the past, yeah. But don't take on too much responsibility because that keeps biting you in the butt. You got a good heart, and I see people taking advantage of that. So let's not do that too much. But I love your clear thinking and your authority. But sometimes we need to like brush it off a little bit. But it looks like your 2025 year is going to be very prosperous. It's going to change. Looks like your energy is going to be a lot of uplifting. And when I see the sea calm, when I see it calm, things are going to change and be a lot better than last year. So
and expansion.
Yeah.
It's like I hear the song, I'm coming out.
Right.
That's all I can hear. That's all I can sing. But that's what they're showing me.
All right, Nelda, come on down. Let me turn the camera. Wee wee, choo choo. Here comes the train. All right, let me turn the camera a little bit. All right, Nelda, come on
Mary.
down.
Okay.
Mary, why you bugging?
Way your cards fell, Nelda, and I'll show you. I kind of drew it on a piece of paper for you so you kind of get an idea here. I know it's kind of hard to see. But,
white paper, white light.
Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to see, but The way they came out in the central location, it was talking about your lymphatic system and faith. And so surrounding all in a circle around them, which means these are all outlying issues that are stemming from your faith. And so what I got from everything on this was that you've been feeling extremely depleted and defeated lately. And because of that, there has been a lot of guilt that has come through. And there was also an abuse card that came through. Now, remember, abuse doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental, emotional. It can be financial, sexual. There's a lot of different things that can go in that abuse category. But church kept coming up, and then the faith. And so it also, when it started stemming out, it was saying that the circulatory, which means this is running all through your body on all of these emotions. Okay. So one of the areas that got hit was the urinary system and the female reproductive system. Also, headaches have played a very central role in your life on this. And I will go into these a little bit further. The next one that came in a huge group, and I would almost be limited to say that this has manifested physically, probably in the form of diabetes. But the immune system, endocrine, mental clarity, panic, pancreas, and your spine. So there's something that is going on probably that is circulating through your blood. And so when you get this and the way that this was set up on the reading, a lot of times if that is a blood sugar problem, and if it has manifested physically, and if it hasn't, it could be getting ready to. So again, this is that disclaimer. You might want to get checked by a doctor because this was coming up very, very prevalent. There's this deep sorrow that is coming through, and you feel a lack of control and that you're needing to control the situation. There was a lot of disappointment, and you hold and harbor an extreme amount of self-criticism, and you invalidate yourself a lot. And so when that comes through, you're not able to fully enjoy and do the things that you want. And you feel like there's a tremendous amount of burdens on you that is being placed that shouldn't be. And you feel guilty and not in that ability to be able to say no or tell people no. You're allowed to have boundaries. And these are the things that you really, really want to pray on to get released out of your body, because the way I'm getting and the way this is coming across, this is manifesting physically and starting to, if it hasn't already. Also, there is a lot of sexual repression and guilt, and there is a lot of upset toward the opposite sex. And so that could be going into the abuse, and I don't want to go any further. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But I would really say for you to pray. And if any of this stuff has come up, or if it hasn't, I would be going to the doctor and getting checked. But these are the things that you want to pray to release for God to heal you, so you can feel a lot better, because you can have all those burdens released. But your faith is really struggling, and you're having a hard time. And that's where that's coming from, and why you feel so defeated. So you got to reignite that your beliefs with God. Okay.
Absolutely. Hopefully it helps you, Nelda, and give us some feedback if it's anything resonates or anything like that. So absolutely. So we thank Kelly Joe. Good show.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's been fantastic.
You,
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure you bundle up tonight. And from coast to coast around the world, Godspeed, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.